The game. 7 card stud. The middle child of poker. Most players can't handle the pressure. People think poker's just a game, but really, it's an excuse for a bunch of assholes to get together and take each other's money. First up we have Jimmy Big Eyes. We call him that because his eyes are too big for his wallet. And I also think he likes big guys. Then there's Little Johnny. We started calling him that after his girl started complaining. Then there's Mark Davis. We would give him a nickname, but he's just not that interesting.
I fold.
These players ain't got nothing on me. I can read them like an open book. While most players think poker's just a game, for me, it's a way of life.
I call.
Call. Queen high. Queen high. Well, I guess I win this round. Well, this isn't the biggest pot for me. It'll be enough to tip the valet and the waitress. But I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the thrill, the skill, and the pure, moist, sexual energy.
Pure, moist, sexual energy?
What, you heard me?
We can always hear you, Billy.
We play every Wednesday. And every time you deal, you have to narrate like you have a fucking Irish accent. You're from Hoboken. And you're Jewish.
L'chaim, boyo.
This isn't gonna work. Is there anything else we can do?
What else have you got, Billy?
It is a game steeped in rich tradition. Simple to learn, yet its constant pace of play a challenge for even the most seasoned of players. Uno is truly the people's game. Uno, originally known as Unoetto, was invented by Vincenzo Unoetto, an Italian-American soldier fighting for the Union in the Civil War. Based on a card game from the old country, he and his friends would play it in between battles. In response to his fellow soldiers' boredom and widespread illiteracy, Unoetto modified the game's pace of play and emphasized the card's color. With these improvements, Unoetto's game quickly grew in popularity. After the war, soldiers brought this new game home, where it quickly grew to be a popular family pastime. Unoetto, aware of his game's growing popularity, purchased a small printing press factory, where he began manufacturing custom Unoetto cards. It is during this time when Unoetto added the Draw 2, Reverse, and Skip cards to persuade people to buy his custom Unoetto decks. The Unoetto factory was family-owned until the early 1930s, when Vincenzo's grandson, Monopolio, sold the rights to his family's game to Mattel in 1933. And because of this, Unoetto's popularity diminished in the 1930s and 40s. It wasn't until the late 1950s when Mattel decided to rebrand the game as Uno for fear that Unoetto sounded too ethnic, that the game began to find a new audience. Ironically, Uno's modern popularity grew out of the Latin American communist revolutions of the latter half of the 20th century. Its new name attracted revolutionaries like Fidel Castro and Che Guevara, who would buy Uno decks in bulk and distribute them amongst their troops. Something about the possibility of no man ever running out of cards seemed to appeal to their communist ideals. In modern times, Uno is a game played by those who—
Jesus Christ! Billy, will you please shut the fuck up?
What?
You're narrating again. Uno.
Fuck.
While distracted in conversation by other
Billy!
players.
Stop! Now!
You're narrating again, and it's driving us fucking crazy.
I'm sorry, I don't realize I'm doing it.
This isn't gonna work. We're gonna have to play another game.
But I only have one other game. One other game. One other
Action.
Did you put your right hand on green? Was his left hand on red?
Did you put your right hand on green? Was his left hand on red?
That was a little bit better. Can you be a little bit more angry? Don't you remember when you walked in on me?
No.
How do you not remember that?
It didn't happen.
Twister.
Happen.
Twister.
It didn't happen.
But
My Twister. Twister is more than a game for me. I remember the first time I played Twister. It was one day after school when I was 8. My friend brought over a game of Twister.
You get out!
Mother?
I know what you are now, and don't you try to fool me. Such a dirty boy. Did you put your right hand on green? Did he put his left foot on red?
I never understood why Mother acted so harshly that day. I was devastated by her words. I could never participate in a multicolored physical activity again. But today is different. Today I will break free from Mother's web of guilt. I will twist my body in order to untwist my soul. The spinner spins, spinning like a winter's day.
Like a winter's day? Really? That's a terrible simile.
No, it's not.
What's a simile, Johnny?
Comparison using like or as.
Oh, well then yeah, that is a terrible simile.
But the board's white. Winter's white.
A lot of things are white, Billy. Doesn't mean you have to compare them to winter.
Where are you going?
I can't take this anymore. You have to narrate everything. I have to go.
Twist, twisting, twister. Like a great twister of the northern plains, it has twisted away all my friends.